are doing statistics part 2, Intro to Statistics. Hoorah! What are we learning today? Well. What we want to know, what inquiring minds want to know, whoops, wrong way, is we want to be able to find the 5-number summary. We want to be able to know what the IQR is. We want to be able to draw a box plot. Sometimes this is called a box and whiskers. And then standard deviation. And finally, let's see, variance, and range. I think we got everything. Wee doggies. All right, so these are the things that we're doing on today's worksheet. Turns out that it's not bad at all. So let's look at it. Okay, so we're going to look at number 2 right there. Number 2. Why don't we have color? I don't know. Let's look at number 2. There we go. Number 2. We want that one. So what we do, we're going to put it all in our calculator. If you forgot how to do that, you go to the Stat button, and then you go to Edit, and then you type it in List 1. If there's something in List 1, you go up, hit Clear, and then go down and load it in there. Right? Now I loaded it all in here. Oops. I loaded it all in here. So there are 10 numbers in our list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So I put them in order. So if you remember what we did, we go to Stat, we go down to Descending, and then you say, I want it in List 1, second List 1, and then it does it for you. Put it in any order you want, up or down, right? Ascending or descending. So if you look at it, that's where it is. 100, 95, 90, 92. We got it all right there. 82, 82, 82. Oh, we can see the mean right there, can't we? So if I want the 5-number summary, I have to go over to Stat, over 1 to Calculate, and then 1 variable Stats. So the mean is right here. The mean, the average is 86. And then we go down the list. These 5 numbers right here, from the min to the max, that's the 5-number summary. You say, what? Yep, that's the 5-number summary. So if I was going to write down the 5-number summary, this is what they give me. They give me the minimum. Then they give me something called Q1. Then they give me the median. Then they give me Q3. And then they give me the maximum. So the numbers are 79, that's the lowest point. And then this is 80. The median is 82, 90, and 100. So if you do this in your calculator, what you'll come up with is something exactly like that, right? So we've got the minimum, the Q1, the median, the Q3, the maximum. Now, what is that? Well, what they're saying is 1/4 of your data, this is Q1, 1/4 of your data is in here, and 1/2 of your data is from here down. 1/2 of your data is from here up, right? median is the middle, it's 1/2. So this is first quarter, that's first quarter, right? Second quarter, that would be the middle, that would be 2 quarters, 1 plus that, that's a half, right? And then the third quarter is 3 quarters. This is 1/4 of your data, that's 1/4 of your data, that's 1/4 of your data in between these numbers. So that makes 3/4 of your data right there, which of course means 1/4 is left on top, and that's the max. So each one of these means something. Now then, they want you to make something called a box plot, a box and whiskers. So we can do that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. All right, so 100, and then 90, and then 80, and then 70, and then 60. Oh, we don't need to go that low, huh? Okay. Now then, when you make a box plot, each one of these things is in it. So 100 is the maximum, so it's a dot. Q3 is the right side of the box. Q1 is the left side of the box. And the median is the middle of the box. So let's see, it's a box with whiskers, with lines on each side, right? Now then, what we said is half of our data is here down. Half of the data is here down, and the other half of the data is here up. And you say, wait a minute, it doesn't look like half on the box. Well, that's true. It doesn't look like half on the box, but if you look at your data, let's look at it right here. Let's look at it right here. See, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers above 82, or including A2, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers below that. So the right in the middle is the median. That means half the data is below that number, half the data is above that number. Even though it doesn't look like it on our chart, right? If we look at our chart, that doesn't look, this looks bigger than that, right? This little piece, but still half of the numbers are over here, the other half of the numbers are over here, right? What this is showing you is that these numbers here are really close together. If half of them are here, 5 numbers are here, they're really close together, and then these numbers, they're really far apart, right? That's what it's showing us. Okay, so we did the box plot. We did this and this. Okay, I should have made my little star colored, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll put a star right there. An orange one, huh? We did those two. Now we want to do the IQR, so I'm going to put a star right there. What is the IQR? It's the difference between these two things. IQR is Q. Q. What is wrong with me? I'm writing Q and I keep writing 8. Q. There we go. Minus Q. There is it. Q3 minus Q1. Really? Yep. 90 minus 80. That's Q3 minus Q1. That's the IQR. So that's 10. What are we saying? We're just saying the distance between this one and this one is 10. right? We can see that on a grab. This is 80, this is 90, that's 10, right? That's what that is. So the IQR is just the distance between those two things. Now the range down here, the range is the distance from the max to the min. So don't get those confused, because the range goes from the max to the min, right? So that's 100 minus 79, which is 21, right? So the IQR is between the two edges of the box, and the range is between the top and bottom dots, right? That's what we're dealing with. Then standard deviation. Lucky for us, we've got it right here. The what did I do? I go over to calculate, I go down to first variable stats. I'm just getting it where we can see it again. So, the number right here, this little thing that looks like a circle with a thing pointed off of it, that's a sigma. It looks like this. Right, that's what it looks like. Oops, you can't see that. Okay, this is what it looks like. It's right above. It's in your problem. It's here's the mean x bar, and then at the bottom of that list of all the little x's there, this is the standard deviation. 6.914. 6.914. So don't get these other guys here. Don't take any of these other numbers. You only want the one that has that little sigma in front of it. 6.914. That's the standard deviation. And then so we got the standard deviation. And then the variance is just that number squared. So if I do 6.914 and just square it, right? All I did was square it. Then I would have the variance, which is 47.8. Very interesting. The standard deviation squared, that's the variance. So if you know what the standard deviation is, then you automatically know the variance. So let's do it all again. We'll do it with another set of numbers just to practice. What are we learning? Where to find the 5-number summary, how to draw a box plot, how to find the IQR, what is the standard deviation, how do I find the variance, I just square the standard deviation, and then the range, right? So all of these things mean something in statistics. So we're going to find out. Here we go. Whoops, I should have left that right there. I'll leave that right there. And I should have left that, but too late now. Dadgummit. All right, so I got the top still there. Max. Okay. Let's do this. Now we can do the top one. Okay? Oops, I got all these yellow things here. We don't need that, and we don't need that, and we don't need that, and we don't need that, I don't think. We'll just let it rip. Alright, so the next one. We want to, remember, we want to put it in the stats. So we go to edit. This time I'm going to clean it out. I'll put it in there. So just like you, we're going to put in 13, 12, 13, 8, 13, 12, 13, 8, 10, 5, 14, 15, 11. So just to be sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 numbers. Yes, we do. All right, we go over one to calculate, and then we hit the enter button, right? Now then, it tells us the mean, and if they ask for the mean, then that's what you have to tell them. But if they're asking for the 5-number summary, you got to go all the way down to the bottom to find the 5-number summary. So that's the mean. Remember, this guy right here is the standard deviation, and all the way down to the bottom, these last 5 numbers here are the 5-number summary. How convenient. 5 numbers, right? So we're going to do that. So what is the 5-number summary? Well, you can see that it's 5, 9, 12, 13 and a half, and 15. So that's what we're going to write down right here. We're going to say this one's 5, this one's 9, this one's 12, 12, 13 and a half, and this one's 15. Okay, so we got the 5-number summary right there. Now that helps us draw the box plot. Come on, man. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll do it, right? So if this one's 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. Right? So I'm counting, and instead of writing all the other numbers, I put that. So 15 is the top, absolute top number, right? Then you go to 13 and a half, which is right about there. That's the right-hand side of your box. Q3 is the right-hand side of your box. We're going to 9. That's the left-hand side of your box. Right? 12 is the median, so 12 is right there. And then 5 is way the heck over there. Okay, so remember what each, whoops, I forgot my other whisker. Check it out, there we go. Alright, so whenever you make a box plot, that's all you're doing. Now then, we've got the 5-number summary done. Hooray! 5-number summary done. And we did the box plot. That was easy as well, right? 5-number summary done and the box plot. So remember that half of your data is in between these two things, right? Half of your data is from the median to the bottom. Half of your data is from here to here, and half of your data is in between here, right? Each one of these is a little quarter. 1/4 of your data is there. 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 So that means 1/4 plus 1/4. Half of your data has got to be right there. Okay, so what is the IQR? The IQR, remember, is Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 is 13 and a half. Q1 is 9. If I subtract 13 and a half minus 9, I get 4 and a half. That's the IQR. Yay! Now remember, the range is different. The range is the top from the bottom. Max minus min. That's 15 minus 5. That's 10. Right? So the range is always bigger than the IQR. It's huge. The range is from the top to the bottom. The IQR is from 1/4 to 3/4 of your data. 1/4 to 3/4. So you're subtracting those numbers. So we know the range, blah, blah, blah. We did the IQR. Cha-ching. Standard deviation is next. And actually, we found that already. It's just up in our list. Whoops, I think I lost my list. So I'm going to have to go over to calculate and then hit enter, and it'll give me the standard deviation right there. Remember this little symbol, sigma x. That little symbol, circle with a line on top of it, a flat top, you know, or he's wearing a baseball hat. That's what that is. 2.973. 2.973. Yep, that's the standard deviation, 2.973. And then what's the variance? Well, the variance is 2.973 squared. We can do that. Can you see that? 8.839. That's the variance. So each time they ask you to find something, they're going to ask you to find the standard deviation. It's just a button that's in your calculator. Once you find the stat, one variable stats, you got all this data. Everything comes out, right? Now you get more stuff besides too, because you know the mean, which is not part of this list, but if they ask you for the mean, you know it. You know the mode if you put them in order, right? You can find the mode. All I have to do is put it in order. Remember, I have to put list 1 there, and then I can see my list is in order. The biggest number is 15. The smallest number is 5. And the number that happens most often, was there a mode, this one? 13. 13's in there twice. How about that? Yay! So, we can find everything we need. All right, that's it. That'll do it. You should be able to do today's homework. No problemo. Bye-bye.